Hello, grade 9. So we're looking at our second lesson in chapter 7. We're looking at properties of polygons today. So my first page here is an investigation that I would normally be doing with you on the board. What we're going to do is we are going to draw a series of polygons. We are going to identify how many sides our polygon has. We're going to pick a vertex and using that one vertex, draw lines connecting it to all of the other vertices within our polygon. And we're going to use this to help us determine how many, the sum of the interior angles within our polygon. So looking at our first shape, we're looking at a triangle. I know a triangle has three sides. I'm going to pick a vertex, and if I draw a line connecting it to all the other vertices, there are only two other ones, we see that we're left with that same shape, a triangle. So I've got one triangle, my total is 180 degrees. Looking at a quadrilateral, which has four sides, I'm going to pick a vertex. So I'm going to pick this one here. And I'm going to draw a line connecting this vertex to all the other vertices. And I notice that what happens is I now have two triangles inside my quadrilateral. So it means I have 180 degrees here and 180 degrees here. So I have a total of 360 degrees. I'm going to repeat for a pentagon. Five sides. I'm going to pick one vertex, connect it to all the other vertices, and notice we now have three triangles. So that gives me a total of 540 interior angles. Looking at a hexagon, six sides, I'm going to pick one vertex, connect it to all of the other vertices, and notice that we now have four triangles inside our hexagon. Each one of these triangles has 180 degrees, which means a hexagon has a total of 720 degrees. Heptagon, that's a seven-sided figure here. I'm going to pick one vertex. Again, continue to draw lines. Notice we now have five triangles. 5 times 180. Our heptagon has a total of 900 interior degrees. Finally, we're going to look at an octagon. 8 sides. Pick one vertex. Construct lines from my chosen vertex to all of the other vertices. And we see that we have 6 triangles. Each triangle is 180 degrees, so that tells me that an octagon has a total of 1080 degrees. Now I can repeat this for 9, 10, 11, 12 sides, so I'm just going to come up with a general rule. I'm going to call my shape an n-gon. So n represents, again, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, however number of sides we have in our shape. Okay, so I have a total of n sides. We see that with an octagon, 8 sides, I've got 6 triangles. Heptagon, 7 sides, I have 5 triangles. Hexagon, 6 sides, I have 4 triangles. So for an n-gon, when I have n sides, I'll have a total of n minus 2 triangles. It's always 2 less than the number of sides. So to calculate the total number of degrees inside my n-gon, I'm going to multiply this number of triangles, n minus 2, times 180. So here's my general rule. The sum of the interior angles of an n-gon is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Another definition here for you. In a regular convex polygon, exterior angles are equal and add up to 360 degrees. So regular, first of all, we saw this word earlier, means that all sides are equal in length and all interior angles would also be equal. If I were to take the side of my polygon and extend each of the sides in the same direction, notice I've created a series of exterior angles. Well, if I add up all of these exterior angles, I will get 360 degrees. And it doesn't matter if my polygon has 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides, 10 sides, 20 sides. The exterior angles will always total 360 degrees. So just going to go back and review these words here, regular and convex. Regular, again, is a polygon where all angles and sides are equal. So here you can see I've got a 6-sided polygon. All sides are equal in length. All interior angles are also equal. Here I have, again, 6 sides, but you can clearly see that not all sides are equal in length, which means not all interior angles are equal in length either. So this is an irregular polygon versus this one here is a regular polygon. And now the word convex. Well, a convex polygon is a polygon with each interior angle less than 180 degrees, and any straight line passing through it will cross at most 2 sides. So if you can imagine drawing a straight line anywhere here, you can see that at most my line will intersect two sides, no matter how I draw it. So this is a pentagon. Not all sides are the same, so it is an irregular pentagon, but it's also convex. Looking at my second pentagon, I've got 5 sides, so this is a pentagon. But notice here that I have this interior angle, which is bigger than 180. So if I draw a straight line, look at how many sides it cuts through. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this irregular pentagon is called concave, as opposed to this irregular pentagon, which is called convex. This is for your knowledge only. I'm not going to be testing you on these words, concave and convex. But you probably have heard them in science class as well. Okay, so let's look at some examples. Example 1, determine the measure of each exterior angle in a regular hexagon. So I've got 6 sides. I'm going to extend my 6 sides, and I now have 6 exterior angles. I know that these exterior angles have a sum of 360 degrees, always. So that means if I call one angle x, 6x, when I add them together, equals 360 degrees. Divide by 6, x equals 60 degrees. So each one of these angles measures 60 degrees. Example 2, determine the measure of angle x. So here I have a 4-sided figure, so I know I have 360 degrees inside my quadrilateral, but I'm just using my formula because I'm not always going to have 4 sides. I could have 5 or 10 or 15 or 18 or 23 sides. So my formula is n minus 2 times 180. Just want to review that with you. And again, you'll see it's 360 degrees for this example. So when I add these 4 angles together, that means I must total 360 degrees. So x plus 37 plus 86 plus 79 equals 360. I'm going to take these 3 numbers here, move them over. When I move them over, it becomes subtraction. So I end up with x equals 158 degrees. Example 3. Determine the measure of each interior and exterior angle in a regular hendecagon. This is probably new vocabulary for a lot of you. We don't often ask you to draw a hendecagon. So just going to review. A decagon has 10 sides. A lot of you probably already know that. A hendecagon, that has 11 sides. And a dodecagon, that is a polygon with 12 sides. So we're looking at a hendecagon. We're looking at 11 sides. I'd like you to determine the measure of each interior angle. So for my interiors, I have 11 sides, which means if I use my formula, n minus 2 times 180, that's 11 minus 2 times 180. That means I have a total of 1,620 degrees inside my hendecagon. Well, I have 11 sides, I have 11 angles, so when I divide 1,620, I get an interior angle. Each one of these 11 interior angles is 147.27 degrees. Now what about the exteriors? So I've just extended a side to give you a visual here. That's my interior, 147 degrees. To find my exterior x, this is a straight line, so they are supplementary angles. Recall that word. These two angles add up to 180. So I can subtract 147.27 from 180, and that will give me my exterior angle. So there we can see that my exterior angle measures 32.73 degrees. An alternative way to solving this, remember what we learned earlier, if I add up all of my exteriors, they will always total 360 degrees. So if I take 360 and divide it by 11, I get the exact same answer, 32.73 degrees. So that's the end of our second lesson. For homework, I'd like you to look at pages 390 and 394. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Have a good day, grade 9s.